Welcome back to The Hour Continues, episode number 18. I go by the name of Drerawka alongside my man Junior Hammond.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How about you?
Doing great. Got producer Erica.
Hello.
She knows.
There you go.
She got a button and everything.
She said she had to get some coffee because she was about to fall asleep.
I was.
Was that episode that not good?
No, I've just been cooking all day, and I don't know. I'm just the heat. I think.
Total
is just-
joke.
You weren't just cooking, like you cooked
I did
your
cook.
ass off tonight.
It's
did.
just like tattooing, right? It's the same thing. She does that in her world with cooking. It drains your ass. You put that
And
much
then I'm
into
not
it, I think,
hungry.
and then you don't eat it.
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know, but I did eat it. But I don't know.
Are you that
Not
way
hungry.
though? If you cook, do you not eat? Is that a
Oh,
thing?
no, I'm eating. I'm eating because I'm hungry.
I do it too though. When I cook, I'm like, I'm not, or it's not that good, or you don't even want to eat it. I'm that way too. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I look at it as art when I cook. It sucks though because I'm the only person in my family that isn't a picky eater.
Really?
Yeah, so like my girl, she's not a fan of like the trying new shit.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm very much like, oh, I seen this recipe. It looks really dope. Like tonight, the way that Erica made spaghetti, I've never seen it made that way.
Spaghetti squash.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
And baked, both. She made two.
exactly. So like that's something that I would try. Like, how can I make it my own? Like, can I put mushrooms in it? Can I put olives on top?
Yeah.
Like, how can I make it kind of like me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, not just spaghetti. Most people are cooking the noodles, dropping the sauce, and it's spaghetti.
Yeah.
Meatball.
And-
I'll put a meatball in there. She does like the baked, the spaghetti squash. That's how she's so cool that way.
And that one you do, you can put like mushrooms in it, and then the olives on top. But
Yeah.
I didn't this time, but I always change it up.
But she does that creatively. You nailed it.
Yeah. I usually
Burritos.
put.
I've never had a burrito like that. The fried
Oh
chicken.
no, yeah.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is
you kill that shit.
it's not a burrito.
What was it? The deer meat sandwich?
Oh,
The cowboy
yeah.
deer meat?
What the fuck are those called?
That's Jennifer's recipe, and it's
Deer hunt something.
deer hunt special or something.
That's super good though.
Yeah, dope. Yeah.
And
Jennifer
it's
brought
super
that.
simple.
So Erica's cookbook, it's a digital cookbook. It is coming to a link near you. So let us know if you're down to buy a cookbook. We're going to start off with just a couple recipes, maybe some simple ones. And then, as we get out of summer and then we go into the holidays, we'll have the holiday cookbook too.
Yeah, you can do it. You could target it for whatever that time of the year.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's a real good idea. I'm there.
It's going to happen.
It's beautiful.
And if you want to support, we'll have more information in the next couple weeks, maybe in a month. And we just thought about this. We're going to be having an open house.
Yes.
Open house. What you gonna talk about that?
On the 28th of July,
Yep.
we're going to be having an open house here. We want you to come down and or come up wherever you live in the valley and check out Highline Tattoo. But not only that, get some good food in you and come check out the podcast live.
We'll be podcasting.
Yeah, we'll have art here too for sale, and also other little gifts. Dupree will have her little kits available too.
You got to find all the good shit to come. You got to come to find that stuff, guys. We're not going to tell you everything. You need to come check this out. There's beautiful something here, and I want people to come find it.
Yep. We can't really leave everything. You got to come down and see the secrets.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's love and nuggets here. There's so much to valuably get here.
Yep, absolutely.
So come, do it.
You definitely have to come here, not watch it.
When is it?
The 28th,
July
I believe.
28th.
Okay,
The last Wednesday of the month.
That's coming up.
Yep.
We'll make a post about it, and people can RSVP, so we have an idea on how much food I need to prepare.
Yeah, get closer to that mic, Erica.
God damn it, Erica.
Sorry.
Watch out for Stormy down there, though.
You and your Vans t-shirt, dress. Damn.
I thought that's a dress. I just thought it was an overly large shirt.
Dude, that's what I said. I said,
No,
where did you
it
get that
is,
shirt?
but
She's like, it's a dress.
It looks like a nightgown, kind of, but it's comfy.
Where'd you get that? Did you buy that?
I did at Tilly's. I bought Serena a bunch of like summer dress things like this.
Oh.
And I kept this one, but
It's so
she was
cute.
like, I'll keep this.
I seen it. I come out. I was like, where did you get that shirt? the exact thing I said. She's like, it's a dress. I'm like, holy shit, it looks like a great big shirt, but it's a dress.
Do you notice new things about your girl? Like when she does something new, maybe buy something new or?
Absolutely. I absolutely do. I believe I do. I call it out too.
Do you ever like expect it? Like if you got your nails done or if you got your eyelashes done, are you like waiting for him to say something?
No, because he usually says something before I can think if he's gonna say something.
I'm on
My
it.
man.
I'm on it fast. Are you that way too?
Oh yeah.
Because it's how
usually
cool is that? Just like we talked earlier, when you pop something out of somebody like, man, you look fucking dope today.
Yeah.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
Jade, putting her on that pedestal, putting you in that spot of like, man, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, giving all that love, right? You do that too with your girl?
Absolutely.
Like, hey, your hair, what'd you do to that fucking hair?
Yeah. I try to do it. I try to give more compliments than anything. You know, obviously I do some teasing banter only with Erica. I need to stop, Eric. I never know what Erica's going through. I need to stop.
She absolutely is. I shouldn't speak for her.
It's okay.
It does not
I know
bother her.
You don't mean any bad by it ever.
Good.
You're the only person alive
that
does it. Like, it's so cute. And she loves it. She's so cute with it.
I was talking to
people don't do that with her. I think it's really cool.
I was talking to Fonzie from the Lakeside Lake Talkada One podcast, and I was like, you know, there are certain times when we might do like a snooty text back or something, and it's like we got to make sure we check ourselves and some of the things that we say, because we never know what somebody else is going through. You know, he was telling me about a text message, and I'm a sensitive guy, so if you text me something that might be fucking just off the wall bullshit, right? No. Like, oh, your last podcast sucked, or oh, your hair looked dumb that day, or why do you wear that stupid hat? I'm gonna be like, man, that's like, why are you like, especially if you're texting me, you're my friend, right?
Right.
So it's like, why are you talking to me like that? You know?
Has that happened?
Yeah, man, it has.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it has. It has, and it's like,
man, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's like you never know what somebody's going through. You might comment somebody or text somebody some fucked up shit, and it's like that person might have a bullet to their head right now. You know, like
straight up.
You never know what can push them over the edge, and you might not even mean it like that, right? But
yeah. You
might mean it in like a funny way, but to them, they're having the worst day ever, and they hear you're a piece of trash. It's like, then why am I even here?
And I don't think coming from you, you're such a. I don't think you should ever trip on that.
I don't.
Because people that know who you are,
know
who you are, and you're just so. I don't know how to explain it. You're fluid with that. When you say that and things to her, it's fucking incredibly. Like almost well put. You're a magician with your words, man. So when you do that, it's so okay, and you roll it through all that stuff. So cool.
It's endearing.
When I do it, it's fucking like different. But so it's funny, man. You should never trip on that, because if people are saying them people they don't deserve your fucking energy.
Yeah,
talking shit to you ever. Your fucking shit's cool, man, and what you do for us. It's fucking amazing.
Thank you, bro.
So if anybody ever had anything negative to say, good for you. I appreciate that. That's the coolest shit I've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's jealousy coming out in people. So
yeah, man.
Fuck that hat. Yeah, good for you, bro.
It's like, man,
how many podcasts you run?
Yeah.
Like fucking go flip burgers, bitch. You're fine.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. I like that people doing that, because it ain't real.
Yeah, man. It's hilarious
but
to see
true,
people.
Though.
They feel like they have to downplay you to make themselves feel better, and I don't think about it too much, because I'll just go crazy thinking about it. But it's like, why would you want to hate on somebody else just to try to boost yourself up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, psychology world. It's hurt people.
Yeah,
hurting people hurt people. Whatever they have and whatever they are, they just do and they put out, because that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even realize they're doing it even like that for real. Most of the time, that's just how they feel. It's like, it's normal.
Yeah.
I've been abused, so I abuse. It's so sad, man. Do the opposite of what you're going through, and that's usually the move.
Yeah, man.
Right? If you've been abused, don't go love. Go, and that's usually a good angle, because be happy to people. Be up to their level. Compliment anybody on anything.
Yeah.
Pick one thing out. I try so hard to do this every day. Pick one thing about somebody. The dumbest thing you can even do. Always, and I'm horrible at this, and I'm trying to get better, is remember their name. Everybody loves to hear their name.
Yeah, man.
You do some of these cool things. I'll say this in a minute. But I always try to pick up one cool thing about somebody, just the dumbest little thing, and they're like, watch it change them. Like, that fucking shirt's dope, man. Like, Jade does it all the time. She's like a fashion critic, though. She's like, I love those shoes. You have no idea how that inflates people. It really makes them feel good. It's like, you noticed something about me.
Yep.
Or you remember my name or my dog's name or some dumbass shit, right? Yeah, what was I going to say with what you do? You do that a lot. You, I forgot. Because I told you, I'll say that in a minute. I forgot what the fuck that was. Sorry.
Good.
But you do that, man. You, you're texting.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel you when you text. I can feel what you are. And I think I come across ignorant when I do it. Because that's why I like to talk to people. I don't want to text you because I'm slow at it. I'm not efficient. And I make it quick like I do everything. And it sounds almost ignorant. Like, yes, sir, da. To the point, done.
Yeah.
When really I'm such a outgoing talker guy. I want to call and talk to you. But when you text, what I was getting at is it's like, hey, good morning.
Yep.
Da. Whatever it is, you always start. I can feel Dre when you text. I think that's really cool. So
yeah, man.
This all started with you don't know what people are going through. Just always send it like you do.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
I think that I learned about 3 years ago. People say good morning, or they ask how are you doing, right? It's kind of like an in passing thing. And there was a time where I was like, I really stopped and I was like, no, man, like, how are you doing? Like, whenever I ask, you'll notice, like, when I say, how are you doing today? And you say, good. I'm like, well, what's good about today?
Yes.
That's always my follow-up question. Well, what's good about today?
Every time.
And the reason why is because I want to know what's good about today.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we mask what's good with it's actually not a good day.
You're walking in here, you sitting down, you create a mood for yourself. This is what I see you do. You do this. You're a master of creating your space. You sit down, what's good about it? You're demanding a positive something from somebody because that's your space. You're positive. You want that around you. You demand it is what I see in a tricky way. I don't even know you're doing that.
Dope.
But you do. That's what you're doing. You're like, tell me something good about today.
No, I don't notice it.
You know how it's very aggressively beautiful. You're like, tell me what's good about this. You do that, man. And that's fucking stuff. That's so cool because you're demanding that energy be positive. You lift it to you. I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
And I just talking about it, that came out of that. I watch. You do that all the time. And I think that's really neat. Instead of just, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
No, you demand more out of this. You're like, even for you, even if for nothing else, like, hey, I'm gonna want to feel good. You tell me what's up.
Yeah, it's so selfish. It's just for my own.
No, it's cool. It's so powerful.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah,
It's powerful.
Appreciate it.
So that's good shit.
What this kind of switch gears. We were talking right before we got set up with the Hour Continues, and you mentioned something about Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I got Jade a gift card to Amazon. I was like, yeah, it's the perfect gift because you can find everything on Amazon, right? And typically everybody uses Amazon. And you had a really serious fact about the most bought item on Amazon.
I did because on the other show, 27th hour before this show, it was Jade's birthday, and you got her an Amazon card, and it clicked. And the other day, I was listening to a story, random podcast that I really love. It's called Radio Lab. Shout out Radio Lab. They're cool. Science-y kids. You'd have to listen to it. They have like fucking 500 something episodes, and they just come up. There's no rhyme or reason to what they do. They dig into weird topics. Really, really good. It's hard to explain the show. Check it out, Radio Lab. If you're into science and how things work and why things are, like, they're really cool at that. A bunch of college kids doing it. And they talked about the Amazon thing in the store and how people are treated, and I won't get into that, but they said the number one, they broke it down into how this thing works. I'll touch a little bit on it. They say in these warehouses, some of them are kind of, they work them like it's hard, and they have X amount of seconds to pull the order, or they get they pay for that in some way. I can't remember exactly how. I skipped the details, but like, it's a strenuous job, right?
Yeah.
And the lady at the end, she's like, but I'm gonna bring it up to a lighter note, and you'd have to listen to that show. It's like 518 or something. Listen to it and see what I mean. It's pretty intense, but she lightened the mood at the end and says the most sold item on Amazon's thing, period, are dildos.
Really? Well, yeah, I think it's private, right?
Fucking dildos.
That makes sense. It's private.
I couldn't
You don't have
fucking
to go
believe
to
it.
the store. Yeah.
So when we joke
'Cause
up in the studio, what place can you buy a dildo and
A tire.
Yeah,
And a
a
fucking
tire.
cooking
cleaning
pan.
supplies,
Anything.
a plant, you can buy anything.
You're right, though. I even said that.
All on one thing.
It's weird, though. They say that's the number one. think about that, because how embarrassing is it to go do something and purchase something like that somewhere? You feel stupid, right? Why do we do that?
Yeah.
It's so weird. When it's a pleasurable thing. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm in here to get something that's going to pleasure somebody, my wife, whatever it is.
Because of society.
We're weird about it, and that's fucking sad.
Society tells us not to talk about sex. Society tells us that if you use that, you're naughty, right? Like, it's a naughty thing. Instead of being like, it makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
It's weird. It's a pleasurable thing. So shout out Salty Sex Cast. This is the stuff they do.
Yeah.
They talk about these topics all the time. It's weird, though. We would dove into that here. Like, society's definitely made it weird, and we've allowed that. Don't do that. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird with your kids. You've changed it.
Yep.
I think that's real. We don't have to fit in that little thing.
I definitely don't feed it down my kids' throat, but yeah.
Yeah, I get it, though.
But I don't shy away from it, you know?
Yeah, that's all it is. You just handle it the way you would handle it, but it's not like, don't ever, like, turn it off, censor. That creates uncensored people.
Yeah.
Like, why? Hold on. What are you hiding from me? Why is everything so hidden from me? That creeps kids out. I was going to find out. Whatever you hid me from, I'm going to find out.
Yeah, we always do. And now, think about if you were a kid now, you have a phone in your hand. You have the internet every fucking square inch of your house.
Access to anything.
So you can't hide. Because your kids are going to find it.
Yes. That's what I mean.
Even quicker, even faster, even smarter. It's bizarre. And that's you raising your kids now. Like,
yes,
you guys are almost, you're never done raising your kids, right? But like, Landon's almost 18. He's almost a man, right? But for me, my oldest is about to be 8. So I have 10 more years.
Yep.
And who knows what's going to be in 10 years.
Look at it changing now.
Absolutely.
What we talked about with Jade about tattoo machines. That is dramatic change.
Yeah, it is.
In just that craft. So you got it. Like, we might all be robots or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's funny, because my first question that I was going to ask for the night is, could you live without the internet? Which ties to what you guys are talking about.
Is that your question?
Yes.
You thought of that?
Yes.
It's a dope-ass question.
But it's just weird, because I thought about it, and then now you guys are talking about it. So
it's the witches.
It's telepathy.
Yeah.
It's energy. So and answering that question very simply.
Can you guys live without it? Because look at what we do. We use it so much.
Can I? Yes.
Well, yeah.
All of us can. Out of necessity, we can. It's fucking hard, though, not to.
I don't think you can. You can't. I don't think.
You think so?
How do you make a living?
Not nowadays.
Right?
But how could I? I could go to live and survive. I could go to the mountains. I know spots. And I could just survive and eat and quit paying bills and get away from everything. I could do that if it's absolutely necessary.
I don't think you could, bro.
How come?
Because you have a certain lifestyle that you have.
Yes. But if
you're living in the woods, you can't fab.
No. You would just have to quit paying no bills, no nothing.
And you're saying you could
nomad, just live there forever and just to survive.
But that's the thing, is that you Junior, I know this is a can't, and the reason
for
why
me?
For all of us, right? Because you how are you going to create? I mean, you pick up woodworking and figure out how to sharpen a rock.
Whittle.
Whittle.
How are you going to weld?
But all I'm
how
saying
are you going to tattoo?
If it were absolute necessity and it was there was no choice in the matter, something happened and everything was vaporized somehow and we just had to survive, I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
but right
all
now,
I mean. That's all I mean.
But right now, in what you live, in the way you live, there is no end of the world. It's like
Sonos went out the other day, our radio.
You
up there tattooing.
Oh, man. It was the end of the world.
It was
end of the world.
Fucking horrible.
How many times did he complain the whole day?
So
a lot.
So music.
I heard it's fucking hot all the whole time we're eating.
Tattooing, right? I demand my vibe.
Yeah.
Like you do here with your. What's good about today?
Yeah.
That's me up there. I'm like, I need my fucking music.
Yeah, absolutely.
It creates a vibe for me. It creates a happiness in me. I demand it, right? So you're right. Like the internet runs that. The Sonos app we run through here, shout out Sonos, is straight up. It's all internet driven thing. I don't know how it actually works, but Spotify, whatever you're listening to is in this app, and it's the only way it will interact with my stereo is through that app.
Sounds like you need a
With
Bluetooth boombox just
their
in case.
speaker, yeah, and we have one, but it don't sound as good as that studio. Have you heard that studio?
Oh yeah, it bumps.
Baby, it bumps.
Yeah.
It does in here
it
too.
does.
So the Sonos system was down, our internet was down, and I was, to answer the question, I was fucking freaking. I'm like, that's the only way to run music around here. What are we gonna do? Jade puts on her phone and fucking puts it in the corner and cranks it up, and that's what happened.
But yeah, there was an outage in the area, so
That's the
Xfinity
worst.
was down. We were like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But some people, it runs their locking system. It runs their
everything.
alarms, for alerts and shit. Like, I think we rely on it heavily, man.
I mean, you can
Yeah, it's
turn
scary.
lights
It would be
on and
chaos.
off, your heat on and off with it. I
Chaos.
You
Pure.
schedule your appointments, like Jade was
Yeah.
saying,
Yep,
like
yep.
just talking like Connor.
No,
you
it's
know?
real. It's real.
Yeah.
So if the internet's gone, is Instagram and shit gone? Like, if all that's gone, yeah, this business will
if
struggle.
phone was gone, yeah, I don't know.
We rely on internet a lot. I mean,
Technology advancing, we do. Straight up.
just look at, the same with power, right? Like, we need the power.
And power runs all of it.
Yeah.
And we talked about that with Joe a couple episodes
I
ago.
was gonna text you, and it was getting late, and I was like, I'm not gonna bug Junior with my
Which
nonsense.
I would be
I
on.
know you'd be up, but we were sitting there and we were watching on Netflix. Maybe it was Hulu, and it was a logging show, and it was about loggers, in the land up in Alaska, and they were talking about how each one of these logs gets this company like $15,000. Yeah, and they're on the side of a mountain and they're chopping down these trees, huge, massive logs.
Yeah.
And then they tie them up with chains and then they bring them back up the mountain and the guys send them over to the mill.
Yep.
And I was thinking about you guys and like how much the linemen are unsung heroes. And I'm like, well, look at these loggers.
That's it. It goes back and back and back. Look at the guys making the chainsaw
Yeah.
so the guys can chop them down.
Yep.
Look at the guys making the chain. Like, everybody's so needed.
Yeah.
But that's real. We use those. Those are wooden. That's our poles. We use
Yep.
those, that's what we use for our poles.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we climb, and your power comes in on those things.
Like and we don't really think about these guys.
No,
It's crazy to me.
I know loggers. We'll get them on. I know several of them.
A logger would be cool to talk to. And
Let's get one on. I know a few. I know a bunch of them. Well, that's a great one. Arborists. I know a bunch of arborists. They're great people. Hardworking dudes.
yeah. I was thinking about how they can kind of compare just from the small portion, the small speck that I know about of linemen. I could see a definite like equal to what they go through and what you guys go through.
Similarity. Yeah.
Yeah, similar.
Totally.
Like, it's pretty crazy,
Totally.
man.
We're in brutal areas doing brutal things.
Dude, a
And
log almost took this guy out.
Yeah, you rely on your homie,
Yeah.
on the drag cable, on the crane, on the dozer, whatever. You rely. The more you rely on others around you, just like military people,
Yeah.
the more reliant you are on others for your survival, the more bond and the more unified you are. That are these people. That's what creates those cool people.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, fucking whatever. Not something that doesn't have that. It's just a job or whatever. But yeah, you're very right. That's gas line people. These guys, underwater welders, any of these people that rely on people for a lot. It's like there's a bond with that, and it's a really tight thing. Those loggers are just like that because they're out there. They're doing some gnarly shit, man.
Fuck, man.
One wrong move, everybody dead.
I was in awe, man, because you're seeing these trees. He's pulling it up, and the log gets stuck on the side of the hill, and they're still trying to pull it. It's pulling the machine. Machine's about to topple over.
Yeah, bro.
And the chain ends up breaking, and that thing's whipping, can cut you right in half. It's like, oh my
There's
goodness.
guys down the mountain. He's on top of the
Yeah.
mountain. Yeah, that's it. Communication and trusting people. There's so much to all of it.
And then they have to think, whoa, damn, if we wrap this chain around this log again, how long is that going to take? Will we be able to get the chain attached, and can we get it up the mountain before sundown?
It's cool.
And it blew my mind. I'm watching the show. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's something as simple as, and I say simple loosely, but as cutting down a tree and taking it up a mountain.
And how intensely cool it is. And these are the
Blew my
things.
mind.
These are the things we do here
Yeah.
on our shows. Not this show, but the 27th Hour show.
Yeah.
We talk to these people. Not yet that, but that's why I'm interested in all of this, dude, is I love to hear all the same, like, what? Tell me about
Yeah, man.
you do what now? And there's so much to what every human does, and it's so cool. I love them stories. The dispatcher one still blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Wow, those humans are incredible.
That was your cousin, right?
Yep, my cousin and his wife. And dispatchers are fucking incredible people.
Yeah. What was their show called? 911 Rescue?
911 calls, 911 emergency.
Yeah, I think it's the 911 emergency.
I think it's 911 emergency, and it's on ABC.
I wonder if
she's
they
looking it up, but
signed another season or something.
I don't know. They're on I think it's ABC.
It's an intense show, that's for sure.
It's a great show, and it's a real show.
Yeah.
It's not like Ink Master
Mm-hmm.
which is real. It's all real, but it's put together. And what they're doing there is not. They wait all day, they film, and they take pieces out of what they filmed all day, and it's the real calls, man. And
Yeah.
it's like Cops.
Mm-hmm.
Cops is real too. I like Cops is filmed on location.
Women in love, law enforcement. All subjects
are innocent until proven guilty
in the court of law.
in a court of law.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for all the kids out there, you won't know nothing about that. That's 90s
emergency
shit right there.
call.
Emergency
call. And
ABC's emergency call.
and it's that dude that narrates. It's cool. What's his name? He's badass.
Not Mario Lopez. What was I thought it was Mario Lopez.
It's a thing. It's like he's
Yeah.
a big deal. I can't remember that dude's name.
Would you? One of my favorite reality show kind of things was 60 Days. 60 Days In. My girl put me onto it.
I haven't seen that.
So it's a group of people. It's like 5 people, and they're all undercover, and they go into the prison or the jail for 60 days, and they're supposed to go in there and find all the intel, how drugs are coming in.
That's on right now. We
Yeah.
can watch this.
It's called 60 Days In. They have
I
like
have to
like
remember
8
that.
seasons or something like that. Muhammad Ali's daughter was one of the subjects. She went in there. But my question for you is, would you ever sign up for a show like that where you have to go and
Fuck, that would be gnarly.
The one show that I was watching, what's that called?
Oh, Trafficked.
Trafficked.
Have you seen Trafficked?
No, that sounds like, is it human trafficking?
No. Well, she's a journalist. That is a fucking good show. Same along lines of just doing crazy shit. She goes into the wildest of wild. She goes into the cartels, and it's not fucking around.
It's Trafficked with Mary Anna Van Zeller.
It is really fucking good.
Where do I watch this?
Is it Netflix or Hulu? It's
I was
Hulu.
watching it on Hulu.
You got a
but
show that Junior sat down and watched?
Dude, it's really good.
It's
She
on,
does.
yeah,
It has to be good.
it's good.
Will you text it to me?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
watch.
Check
You
it
gotta
out.
watch
You
this.
gotta watch
She's a
it.
journalist, and she goes all over. You name the topics, she's in it. How cocaine is manufactured and sent and smuggled. She'll follow it from the fucking
She
cocaine
did
guy.
the fentanyl. She did
Fentanyl.
from all ends of it. So,
Wow.
She shows it from the people making it all the way to coming here. It is really, really intense,
to
and it's
the,
real.
To law enforcement side, even like she's over in like Jamaica, and I think it was in Jamaica, and over there, the big
Scam
thing is
shit.
scamming people,
Yeah.
Americans. So
Oh,
they
dude.
make a lot of money off Americans, calling and saying, "Oh, you won such and such a thing. You just have to send a one-time fee," and these people fall for it.
It'd be
And we're
fun.
talking
It'd be
like, we're
fun to
not
do it.
talking small amounts. We're talking about large amounts of money being sent.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's real.
it's
and
a
the guys,
problem.
they'll say, no more filming. And the cameras are down. They're like, hey, sorry, we're not filming. Like, it's real.
like she's
You're like,
in
holy
all
fuck.
ends. Like she goes
She's
in
gonna get killed.
and shows like all ends. Like, and
That's intense.
it's
good.
cool.
It's good. Check
Like
it out.
she's in some crazy situations, and she's a badass. Definitely.
I don't know if I'd do it, though, to answer that question. I don't know, man. That'd be scary. Going
Yeah,
into
man.
prison, that's
There's rules.
their fucking world. But they're allowing a film crew and everything to.
No, they don't know. The inmates have no idea.
Whoa. So it's not. Oh.
Yeah, so this is all undercover.
How do they
And-
film it? It's just like a cam on their body or something?
So they have the like,
Or they're just a thing
The
and then
prison
they talk
cameras,
about it
right?
later kind of deal?
no, they have prison cameras, right? So there's cameras set up. There's secret cameras all over the prison.
Okay.
And these 5 people go in and try to find out the dirt, right? And then they report back to the warden.
So the show is them talking after they've learned
Yeah.
what they've learned. Ooh.
Exactly. Or like if they
That's even more believable.
Yeah,
'Cause
or
if
if, like,
a
the
film
co-
crew's there, you're
no, there's no
that's dope.
yeah, man. So
Ooh, that's scary shit.
and
don't know.
you can't break your cover, right?
don't think
So
I could do that.
There was a guy in there that he was one of the undercovers, right? So he got so deep into it to where he was a shot caller. And he was the one like telling people, "Yo, we need to get this guy beat up." And he was he wasn't in there. Like, that's not who he was.
It's like undercover. That's mafia shit.
Yeah,
those
man.
FBI guys that go in the mafia.
Yep.
They get so deep. They're fucked. Like, this is who I am now. Fuck. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, man.
Maybe for 10
bad.
days. No, that's 60. Let's watch that. Let's remember that.
60 days in.
That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
It's
I love stuff
interesting.
like that.
See, it sounds like similar like storyline to the Traffic.
Yeah, watch that
one.
Trafficked.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
I hope
And it's
you
a
like
female
it.
journalist, and that's insane. Like,
Yeah.
she goes into the Afghanistan. She does there's so many of them, different topics she dives right into and goes right from the start to the end of it.
Yeah, the one guy tells her, we were gonna steal all your stuff today, but we decided you're nice, so
Wow.
we're gonna let you keep
And
it.
it's not fake.
They're all in masks and all their
Yeah, it's
guns.
fucking
Like,
weird.
it's real, and she's just, you can tell she's like, oh shit.
So there's a camera crew filming it, but it's real. You can tell. They're not fucking playing around. Like, at least it seems to be. You're like, you'll get scared. Like, oh, he's not teasing. Like, put the camera down
But
type
she's
shit.
right up watching.
She's, like, scared
them
and-
make fentanyl too.
It's creepy, bro.
Like right up in it.
They go
Like,
into meth labs. She goes into meth labs, and she's in it. And they're like,
Why would you?
okay,
do
you can't
that?
film here.
And then she goes with law enforcement and goes and does the bus with them. Like, she goes in all ends of it. Like,
she'll know certain things
It's
of who she
crazy.
could bust, and she don't talk about it, right? She goes with the
Yeah.
cops after she's already seen where it's being manufactured. She doesn't tell them,
they tell her,
She goes and
people
watches
that
what the
know
cops
too
do to
much,
fix it.
they don't make it. So
and so they don't even. You know what I mean? Like, you got to watch it. It's cool,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
but she won't talk shit and sell people out. She's trying to get shit and let us see what's happening. That's really cool.
it's called Traffic.
Traffic.
but
Yeah,
then
Trafficked.
you're seeing
It's really neat.
like the ones, that are doing all the scamming on us, like they work in these fancy resorts and they don't make much, like in medical care over there for somebody. If they don't get their treatments, they die. So
It's a good
They're-
way to bring
they're-
awareness to all that.
they're doing this to save their loved ones. So I don't know, like most people that are doing it, they're doing it for family. They're not doing it because they're a bad person. They're doing it to survive.
Wow.
So,
It's
and you
creepy
see
cool.
those, and usually you wouldn't think that. You'd be like, oh, that's a bad person, but you're hearing these people's side. I mean, they're masked up, so you don't know who they are, but
Is this here in the United States?
You hear the reason he's making meth. You hear the reason he's trafficking
No.
fentanyl, and you're like, "Fuck, that could be anybody." Like,
No,
he's just
but,
living.
like,
He's
the-
not trying to hurt anybody. It's
the
like-
one lady
it's
bringing fentanyl in, she didn't know what she was bringing in.
and we're all pissed at whoever and fuck those guys, but you don't know how it went. And she shows how it went, and then it changes the way you think about it.
Yeah.
You think of
You-
it differently.
You got to watch it. It's really cool. The way she unpacks it's well done. It's good.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, it brings awareness to things. She could shut things down and awareness to certain things. We could shut it down just by seeing actually what's happening, the knowledge of what it is. We would know actually what to do and to believe and not do. And, I don't know. The way you have to see it.
This shit will never stop though, because
No.
It, to my knowledge, this was all a plant. This was all drugs weren't created by the users, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so I don't see it ever stopping,
No.
No.
It's
especially
insane.
the prescription ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and
That shit's
so
no joke, too. If she
the-
did all that.
the one episode, where, she's talking about the scamming, I think it's in Jamaica, and over there, they're the big, wigs, and the drug dealers are on the bottom there. So, but I don't know, like those scammers, they run that place. So, but it's
It takes people
crazy to,
buying the
see it
drugs or
all.
doing the scam. It's shame on us. Like, it's us feeding it.
Yeah, man.
People are getting what they do. They're just making a living. It's really creepy. She shows that. She unpacks
Yeah.
it that way, where it's like, don't do that. Quit. Go this route. Don't go that route. Like, we're doing it. We're allowing this to happen.
There's something beautiful about scamming, though.
Oh, it's a hustle.
Like,
It's true hustle.
like you have to be really fucking smart and
They're incredibly talented humans, bro.
yeah.
they talk about it. They're good with, most of these people work at resorts, so they get familiar with Americans and how to talk to them. And most of the people that they're scamming are lonely. They've lost somebody, so they figure out how to connect with them. And these people end up sending them money multiple times, even though they, I think, realize that they're being scammed. They keep doing it.
They're like little magicians.
Like, so
Have you guys
these
ever been
people
scammed?
Yeah.
Well,
We got hit.
well, on the Facebook thing, yeah, that was.
But you didn't lose no money in that.
We've lost.
I got it back,
Yeah.
but it did. They took it kept coming out of my account. It was like over $600.
Holy moly.
We've
But
had
I got it back.
we've had credit cards taken before and used in different states. I've had it happen a couple times when I was traveling. It would happen here and there.
Yeah.
What's the best way to prevent that?
There's all kinds of stuff like
I know you can put the fraud alert on there, so when
Ours-
you make
yeah.
purchases, you kind of have to,
you can tell them
confirm it,
if this credit card is ever used outside of X, Y, and Z, it's not me, and they'll put up these cyber walls for you. Our bank's incredible. They'll hit us up immediately. I'll say, for instance, Utah Power Credit Union. They're incredible. I would be going to wherever. I traveled everywhere, right? They know I'm a lineman, but the teller doesn't. Whoever's doing it doesn't really know that. If they knew that, they would probably let it go a little more. But they watch it close because they're like, "Hey, are you in Idaho? Like, we're shutting your credit card down. There was a transaction made." I'm like, "It was 10 minutes ago." I'm like, "Holy shit!" So they see my card out of Utah. It pings them apparently. So that's cool.
That is cool.
I think everybody has that technology. I don't know if Utah Power is great. They watch it close. They'll freeze it until you call them.
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at my credit union and see if they can do anything like that.
It's cool.
Because that's scary, man.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
And you don't know it's happening until you get a statement.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck.
How many times do you check your guys' bank statements? Like,
I check my accounts all the time now, daily, just because of what happened. Now
Okay.
I
And that's how we make a living.
just
too.
because the one time, like, I was having a treatment here, and it was like the only time that I had taken a break from my phone. And before the treatment, I got a weird message about some tires or a vehicle we had for sale. And I was just thinking, this person's got the wrong number. But it was actually somebody that had set up a Facebook thing, and they were taking money out of our bank account, like transaction after transaction. Like, it was going fast. So
this world,
That's scary.
everything's,
But-
you can do that now. They don't have to come to your house and steal your gold anymore. It's weird.
No.
We don't
So
protect
I check
it.
it
It's like
daily, like
humans don't
several
protect shit
times
anymore.
throughout the day, just because I don't know. I think I'm just because of that happening. It makes me nervous.
It's just creepy. It's all digital, and there's ways to undo it all, like, and get to it. It's really weird. I don't have to come take it from you no more. That's not scary. So every little nerd in the world can fuck with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
It's fucking bizarre. And they can just brush up against you and take your information
Yeah, with a little
reader thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. They have wallets for that. You can,
Yeah.
there's cool companies that hide wallets to hide your shit in, and so they can't. But so then there's that guy making money. He's hustling.
Yep.
We're all just hustling. Everybody just trying to make it.
That's crazy, man.
It's so yeah. Them dudes are smarter than any of us.
Oh, yeah.
Like people in prison. You brought that thing up. Those are the craftiest humans alive. Why? Because they have no time but time,
Yeah.
and they have minimal things, and people do a lot with a little when they have time.
You get real crafty and think about ways because, I mean, what are you going to do when you get out? Like, you don't have a job. You most likely aren't going to get a job.
Can you imagine knowing you're in there and you're never getting out?
Oh, my God.
Can you just even think 2 seconds about that? It will. It's scary. Like
That's
that would
dangerous,
fucking
man.
scare me. Necessity, I know, would just take over, but that is the scariest thing to me. Would be to lose my freedom.
So what happens? Like, what do you have to live for?
Like they turn bitter from that,
You don't have a choice, though.
and then they come back out here. What are they gonna do? That makes them uncomfortable and out here, like, what the fuck? It's weird, man. That would be the scariest thing I think a human could go through.
The crazy thing about that is that we're one decision away from that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
One decision and then one move.
One choice that can ruin everything.
Yeah.
Man, it's
So
hard.
lead with good ones. Walk in the room and demand it. You're good, right?
Yeah, man.
That started all that. That's what you do, and I think that's powerful. Tell me what's good about today. You straight up demand out of me with something good. You just say, hey,
Well,
what's up? And you settle for, hey, what's going on? Nah, my da-da-da-da-da is shit bad. You don't even give me the chance or anybody that chance. You're like, what's good about today?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's powerful.
You taught me good morning. I mean, I mean, you
You did. Listen
You
to this.
did.
Listen to this.
You taught me good morning is hilarious. Like,
No,
Listen to
because
this. This is cool.
I always text clients like where to park and just to keep stuff organized. And I used to just kind of send that, and I'm like, that kind of sounds. I never really thought about it until like we started doing the podcast, and me and you talk obviously weekly. So, but you always start with good morning, and I'm like, I don't ever start with good morning. Like that's kind of I'm
Look
being
at
an
the
asshole.
impact you're bringing.
Not
to
that I
people.
was ever being an asshole, but I'm just like, good morning sounds a lot better than, hey, will you park here?
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You
So,
felt a positive thing and you spread it. I think that's fucking cool.
but,
Yeah.
so I just try to make sure, like, I do good morning to everybody. But you taught me that.
I think that's beautiful.
it is cool.
Yeah.
That's who you are, man. That's you. That's what's cool about you demanding that. You demand it.
Yeah.
You demand it saying good morning. You set your stage everywhere you go. You set your stage. I think that's really cool.
A lot of it, and I
You don't
appreciate
even, you
that.
subconsciously do it. You just do it.
You're
You're not fucking, I'm not saying you're mindfully doing
Yeah.
this. That's who you are, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're not trying to scam some no bullshit. That's just who you are. What's good about today? You want that. You need that. You like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
Whatever we are inside, we do.
Exactly. We just got to put out what we want, right?
Yeah.
What you want back is what you give.
If you're pissed off that day, like you have a choice to say, hey, what's good about today? Or like, what's up, man?
Yep.
Think
Or-
about that, how powerful that is, what you do, like what you guys do.
Well, and text messaging
what's
is
up?
hard because
Morning.
people can take it however they want. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's like, good morning, man. What the fuck's good?
So-
Well, how you been? Like that.
but
It's cool.
And I hardly get time to talk on the phone because I'm always needing to, it's either a fucking crowded room and I can't hear, or I'm on like working on the computer and I can't really talk because when I talk, I want to be focused. I want to know what I'm talking,
yeah.
Ooh, but look at that. We send messages multitasking.
Yeah.
So are we giving attention to that message?
I think it's giving time and attention to that message right then, right?
Just quick.
because
Yeah.
because you could text back in like 10 seconds, but then you can go back to what you were doing and then come back and respond to that message.
When in a conversation, it just takes away everything.
Yeah, when you're in a
feel that.
conversation,
I feel that.
you'll get I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's where it's like,
See, I see that. So
Yeah.
I need to be better at texting then.
and it helps.
It could be a
too.
little more efficient. I see that.
It helps me too. So when I'm like, I need to follow up on something, or if like there was a situation where I had to send Erica a screenshot to kind of show her like, hey, I'm doing my part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I'm missing something.
So I'll tell you after,
Okay.
just because it can get kind of dicey if I say it. But yeah, I think it helps with that. It's like,
It's another connection.
yeah. I like texting.
It's another. I fucking hate. I shouldn't say hate it.
I have to do a lot of it because I'm up in the studio, but a lot of times, like if I'm doing texting or posting, I like to be out on my deck. Like
On your
'cause-
what?
On the deck.
On your what? What the hell are you saying? What is
She sits in her sanctuary out there and works, bro.
Yes,
That's the Instagram clip.
I know.
I knew that was gonna. That's your
I
sound. That's
should've
called a
called
sound
it-
bite. That's a sound bite.
It's a
Video bite.
she deck.
Are you fucking guys kidding right now?
Dupree's gonna so laugh.
Oh,
But-
she's getting what is it? A camera? Or what's she getting her she shed? Fan?
Oh,
Fan.
a fan. It's a cool one too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Her she shed.
her she shed.
She's got her little domain too.
Yep.
I think we all need our space, right? We all need and
Yeah.
that's where I struggle with my fiance is that I'm like, babe, what do you want to do? Like, I'll support you in whatever you want to do. What do you want to do? And she is about her thing is she's a servant, right? Like she's a servant. She puts everybody before herself, and she doesn't really have that. She hasn't found that thing that she's like passionate about. She's just passionate about her family, you know? Yeah. And so I don't want to be like a dick and be like, oh, you have to find something, right? But I encourage her all the time. I'm like, what is your thing? Find your thing. And I think that, and I'm curious to see if there's anybody else out there that maybe has a hard time finding their thing.
I think, I bet there is. That's a great question.
And how do you find it? Is it just life
By-
experiences?
I think by doing. You'd have to want to do something in that position, right? You'd have to want to try to go do it. You'd have to think about it. Like, I want to try this.
But everything that you've done, well, I guess you've experienced, right? Like you started off drawing and then moved into tattooing, obviously. How did you start fabbing? How did that become a thing?
Great question. I just, through school, welded. My grandpa taught me all that, all them, skills of just being a man. In our opinion, was to learn to craft and build and fix things and welding. And then I'm trying to think how I even started the idea to fab, like to sell artwork fabbing. I don't really know how it come about. Almost just another idea, like, bing, what if I made some extra money to get everything going like we want to be employed by ourselves by selling artwork? It's just a little thought like that, I think. It wasn't.
But your experience, you learned how to weld
at a very early age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be something I would and then go learn and do.
So it was an experience, though.
It was experience that did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Jade's dad with the shirts.
Yeah.
He just diving right in. He's going to learn it, figure it out, do it now. It's nothing he's ever known.
Yeah.
So it's like driven people, excited people. Excited people are creative people. They want to learn and go and do. And
where did you learn how to cook?
I mean, all of my grandparents cooked. My parents cook.
So just living in the kitchen with your family.
Yeah. So, and then I just kind of picked it up, like, I don't know. And I don't know. My first thing I think I ever, way perfected was chili verde, but
I still haven't tried it.
whoa.
yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
You
Did I?
really have not.
I don't think so.
I swear I've
think he
sent
would
some
know.
home.
Did you? Oh, no, I did.
Smoked.
I
It
did.
was
You're
on
right.
the-
You're right. I did. That was delicious. Everything you cook is delicious, though.
You really are. But out of go ahead.
I was just going to ask, so we know that you're a phenomenal cook. We know that you do everything that you do for the business, but what else is your passion, or what else is you?
I don't know. I'm just content, doing what we're doing. So.
Have you
Not
wanted
really.
to experience something?
No, I was thinking about that when you were saying that, Tressa hasn't found her, I don't know what my thing would be. I don't know. I just am, I don't know, just going with the motions of the business, but I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
something,
Just
scheduling is something that I've always done. I've done that in past jobs, so I'm pretty good at it and efficient. I mean, it's hard because we're getting so booked out. So I think for some people it's been frustrating that they can't get in, especially for people that are even friends and I can't get them in for months for small things. And so that's kind of frustrating because I want to try to help everybody, but
she's the servant, like you said earlier.
we have no days off, so it's I jam pack him full to accommodate everybody else, and I just have to have a happy medium, I think, to give us time too, because we literally have Wednesdays off, and it's podcast days.
Yeah.
And it was-
Our 4th of July, I spent cleaning, doing laundry. We built Jade's birthday, which we had fun doing it, but everybody else is, barbecuing, hanging out with family,
Yep.
enjoying, and we're playing catch up because
Camping.
all we do is work. So,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't change it. I love it.
I think that's why we are who we are.
But
But it goes back to what you said with your wife, with a servant. She serves, she does everybody before her. That's what she does too. So simply to answer that question, even in a different angle, was she's almost doing what she's doing out of necessity because she's always just been a house mom here.
Mm-hmm.
She's never worked. Till the day I met her, she hasn't worked. She's always been a house mom. She works her ass off.
Yeah.
well,
Hear me
after I
out.
had Landon, yeah.
Hear me out. She didn't have a job. Her job was here and home. And so out of that, I've always wanted to make something more for us So then I move and I do these things and start creating, going crazy, building a shop. And all of a sudden now she's a manager and this and that. Like everything around her, just she out of it, environment and experience, we find what we want. Like because I don't have anything either that I would like to do.
Yeah, but you're already doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
so
already.
People should just do things and then that's that. Whatever you want to do it. Whatever, you know.
That's why I'm curious, or is for people such as Erica, such as my wife, how do you find your thing? You know what I mean?
Maybe it is that though. Her right. That's
Yeah.
Do you have?
How do we know that? Like, how do we know if there's not some? What if it was clay pottery? Like, what if that was her thing? What if she absolutely loved clay pottery and then she had a fucking little fucking corner over here for her clays and her pots?
She would have to have the thought and want and desire to do that.
And me and Dupree have some ideas and stuff that we've talked about. So I don't know. We might have maybe there's something new in the works coming for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm content right now. I get up in the morning and I don't know. Sometimes I mow the lawn.
So what if the roles get reversed in this next 10 years, where the shop turns into this new pottery barn type thing where she's making hella money off of these arts and crafts?
100% behind it. I'll create a space. I'll change a room. I'll cut a wall down.
I mean, there's going to be room over there. So
I would stop. That's where I would go. Whatever direction anything goes, you could bring something to us that would be, hey, if I do this, if you did this for us, Junior, we could this.
Yeah.
Junior does that move and it's happening and we go. So there's never a question of what if this, bring it.
That's awesome.
I will do it. She will do it. We will do it. That's what I love about this team.
So things
will just happen.
Do I push Tressa to get out of her comfort zone to find something, or do I just leave her and just let her do her thing and figure things out along the way? Because I want her to have a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I know.
Well, and right now her thing is, I think, being a mom.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it probably would be good for her to.
But she's more than a mom. That's my point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you. My answer is everything you're doing is perfect. Whatever if you should say something, that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, should I say? You already know.
Yeah.
And I think you should do whatever you think you should do. And if you aren't doing that, then that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you are saying something you truly know you shouldn't, that's a problem too. I think we know these answers.
Yeah, I think so
too. Should I push her? And you're like, I shouldn't push her because of this. Whatever that answer is truly in your gut, that's the answer.
But I want her to be aware that I support her, and if she does find and want to do something, you know what I mean? I don't want her to feel like she can't go and figure out this thing that she wants to do, all because I got 10,000 things I'm doing too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I feel like sometimes she feels like she can't pull the trigger on something because I'm got a lot of things going on.
But if you're telling her that, if you tell her that, she's so down. And I feel if you told her that, the little I know her, baby, if there's anything you want to do, you know I got your back, right? I guarantee you she feels that, because I would feel that.
Yeah.
I would not doubt what you say. That was on. You can hear it. Your mic was on. That's great. Key mic. Hits from the bomb. It's funny.
Allegedly.
Loki, you're so funny. That was pretty cute.
Fuck it, Erica. How long have we been going?
We haven't even asked a question.
54 minutes.
We have answered no questions.
Well, no, I asked the internet thing. I do have another question, though.
I didn't see the skull, so I didn't know if we had any.
No, I'm just pulling these questions out of my ass.
Ooh, God,
what are you reaching for?
She was getting one.
she literally pulled one out of her ass.
Here you go. And
that's weird.
No, so, what was your most memorable birthday? I think that's fitting because it was Jade's birthday. Dre just had a birthday. Connor had a birthday.
All my cancers.
Joe's birthday's coming up. Jamie's birthday's coming up.
Joe's a Cancer too.
Yeah, shout out to my cancers.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It's beautiful.
All of my people, the people in our closest people are all that.
Yeah.
It is fucking cool. Joe, my best friend. How weird is that? I don't know. We talked about that the other day. Freaked me out.
Birthday.
What?
Most rememberable
I'm trying to think.
birthday.
You know what? Weirdly to mine was, I think, my 10th birthday. Because I don't even know why. It's weird because it was simple, but I remember it almost vividly, all of it. I remember it was a big deal for me. I was a big deal. My dad made a big deal of it, like I was the man, doing just dumb shit. We just went to a movie and did, like, it was a simple birthday, right? But I remember the experience of being like, I hosted it to my friends. I had a bunch of friends over. It was like the first one of those.
Yeah.
Like a big friend birthday. And I was like the guy, and it was, these guys are here for me, man. I felt cool. It was a weird experience. It was my 10th birthday. I'll never forget it. Driving down the fucking freeway in the back of the truck.
In the bed?
Yeah, just in the bed. We used to do that.
On the freeway?
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
I think
that
we
used to be a thing.
I think we were going to classic
born
skating.
in the 80s.
We went to see. Oh, if I thought long enough, I might pull the
Footloose?
Blaze of Glory.
Oh, same thing.
The Young Guns. Young Guns movie.
Yeah.
I remember driving down the freeway. We were cranking Bon Jovi. My dad had Bon Jovi blasting through the stereo, and he had the back window slit open.
Oh, shit.
Through the 79 Chevy. We could hear it. I just remember that, man. And hanging out over here on the driveway, just chilling with my friends, being cool and giving them drinks and shit. You know, like, it was just one of them nostalgic, I guess is the word, moments where it was impactful for some weird reason. 10th. Those 10, bro. I remember that.
That's awesome, man.
So, yeah, that was mine. What was yours?
So mine was, oh my goodness, I think it was like my 24th birthday, maybe 25th. And Tressa, she really wanted she wanted to do something nice, right? So she got me a surprise birthday, except I ruined the surprise because I'm a homebody. So we're out and about. It's a Saturday night. We're out and about, and I'm like, babe, let's go home because I just want to go home and watch the fights because it was a fight night. So I was like, I just want to go home and just have some beers and we'll just watch the fight. Yeah. And she was like, well, I don't want to go home yet. And I was like, well, no, it's my birthday. Like, I want to go home. Oh, shit. Like, let's just go home. And so she was like, all right, well, let's go to our friend Moana's house because she had made me a birthday gift. She was like, let's go to Moana's house because she has a birthday gift for you. I was like, all right. So we drive over to my friend Moana's house. And we get there, and at the time we pulled in, like, all my friends were pulling in too. I was like, what the fuck?
Were you tripping?
Yeah, I was like, why is everybody over here right now? Like, that's weird. And so we get closer to the house, and I noticed, like, there's decorations and shit. And I'm like, did you really just... She's like, yes.
Punked me.
Yeah. She's like, yes, I did, okay. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So it ended up being a phenomenal night. I drank so fucking much that night. It was bad. And then Tressa doesn't drink, so she took care of me the whole night, and we played music, and my friend O'Connor came with his guitar and we jammed out, and that was so much fun.
That's cool.
So that was definitely one of my top birthdays.
You don't remember what number it was though? 20.
I think it was like 24, 25 because I got with Tressa when I was like 23, I think. So, yeah, around 24, 25-ish.
What was yours? My 30th was dope, too, but what was yours?
My 13th birthday, my grandma took me and my friend to Tombstone.
Arizona? The
movie. Tombstone. And that's when it came out, so in 1993.
You were 13?
Mm-hmm.
I was 4 years old.
I could have been your mom.
You can be my mom.
I could.
She is.
So what was cool about Tombstone? Why was that the most memorable?
God, what a killer movie.
I think it's just because it was to do with my grandma and like she took me, but I just remember it. It was at Trolley Square and we went to eat. And I don't know. So
do you remember do you still talk to the friend?
No. Well, no. I mean, she lives in California.
Oh.
So her name's Amanda. But we were close when we were younger. But, I mean, I still, have on social media, I guess. But
isn't it weird how we outgrow our friends? Like, our closest buddies?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many people do you talk to from high school or?
Because I brought it up because of Landon. You know, like Landon's the youngest one in the circle, and Landon, he's gonna realize that a lot of the people that have opinions and a lot of people that are around right now aren't gonna matter in the next few years because you won't even talk to them, even the ones that you are cool with.
Yeah.
And I even asked Cade because he's the second.
Yep.
He's seeing that. He's talked to me about it. He's like,
Yeah, he's
it's
already
changed.
feeling it.
She's already seeing the change with certain people.
Serena's
so.
way seen it. She'll tell you. She'll way tell you that. She'll be like, yeah.
I see it now, and I'm 40.
Have you ever been
41.
to a class reunion at all?
So
I didn't get the invite, so I don't know if it happened or not. I talked to some of the homies, but
I don't know how that even works. It's probably Facebook nowadays, but I don't even know how. Did they send shit in the mail? Or I've never been to one. Ever.
they have your address, so they should. Your address hasn't changed. It should be the same shit that they had on the directory.
Do we get invited to them? I don't know if we do or not. If we get it, I don't know about it. I don't know if I'd go or not.
see,
though.
and I didn't graduate from Tooele because I moved out of Tooele, and
You went to Riverton, didn't you?
I went to an all-girls school at Bingham High School, but it was through Valley High, so I graduated through Valley High. But I graduated
You went to an all-girls school?
She had to get away from
everyone
them
was.
boys.
I didn't fucking know that.
She was boy
Everybody
crazy.
was pregnant or had babies.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it sucked.
They're all girls school.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because.
That would be weird.
Well, because I moved out.
Imagine
of
all boys school.
I moved out of Tooele. I was pregnant. I had no friends there. So and I was coming into a big school that fed into all these schools around it. So most of the girls knew each other somehow, so everybody was already in their cliques and knew each other.
And semi-troubled, if you will.
I came in
Stupid.
and didn't know anybody, and I was just there to graduate. So I would go and then do my work, and I would leave.
I think that'd be hard.
So-
Do you think it'd be hard to go to an all-dude school?
Well, I was just thinking about it.
It just would be different. You'd be like, what the fuck?
In high school. I mean, that we had some homegirls and shit like that, of course, but for the most part, I just kicked it with the homies anyway.
So maybe
it was
Me and my brother were 18 months apart, so we had a lot of the same friends. Like, I hung out with a lot of guys because they were, hung out with my brother a lot. So
yeah.
That's
That makes sense.
That's how Jade is. Her
I don't
friends are
know.
all
Guys were easier to get along with. Girls, when I was younger, kind of, I don't know, because I was quiet. I was snotty or whatever. I wasn't.
Girls
I was
look
just
too much
quiet.
into it.
So, but usually when people got to know me, they were like, "Oh, you're not stuck up."
Or
Like,
girls look at it as competition.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why it would be competition if it's an all-girls school.
They
Like,
do
what are you
that.
competing
Like,
against?
they hate the pretty one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that fucking bitch is pretty. They do that.
Or they have a nice car. Oh, I hate her. She has a nice car.
Yeah, that's sickening, man.
Why can't you praise her?
Not,
and be
not
like,
walk up
"Oh,
and say, that
she's-"
fucking car is dope, G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it with Dupree's boyfriend. Like, I'm not even saying that even if you don't like what they're doing, that went right to the start. We just full circled that.
Yep.
Say something nice about somebody. They really like it, even if you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that hat's G'd up, man. Like, dude, that car is fucking sick. It made his whole day to show me his car.
Yeah.
He fucking loved it. It's not that I could care less. It's not like that at all. I'm not really truly into that. It's great and it's cool, but I knew he loved it. You could tell. So I asked him about it, and it just opened up everything with us. He's like,
I did it with you last week with your truck.
Absolutely.
I was like, dude, that's a dope truck. Where'd that come from? You're like, that's my first truck I bought.
Yeah.
Cash off the floor.
Yeah.
It's like 500,000 miles on it.
You know, and I speak that way with everything, right?
Yeah.
I get way into,
Yeah.
but when there's people around that won't even say anything, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
They want to talk. People love to talk. Talk about them. Ask them something. Be nice to somebody. It went back to what you said in the start too.
Yeah.
Hit somebody up. That's no different than saying, tell me something good about today. Man, that shirt looks cool, bro. Where'd you get that shirt at, man? What about them shoes? Something. Bro, where'd you get that fucking hair did?
Yeah.
Something cool, man. And it'll just change it. The whole thing. Your whole experience will change
Absolutely.
dramatically.
The open house,
I love it.
July 28th. Be on the lookout. 27th hour on Instagram.
Bolo.
Highlight Tag 2 on Instagram. We have more information coming, but this is gonna be fun. Or do we have what you're gonna do on the menu? Are you? It has to be something. I mean, everything's good, right?
Oh,
So,
dude. all of it.
Well, I know that.
But don't heat up the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't happen
I'll be
again.
probably cooking on the smoker, but I have pork I'm doing, so probably like carnitas, tacos, like, and then
Fucking carnitas tacos.
You're gonna have to order more of the little metal
Dupree's
things.
gonna
I'll make
she's
them.
donating a bunch of burgers, so I think I'm gonna make like a chili verde, but with burger style, not pork, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you wait, bro.
but the kids,
It'd
I
be
made
beautiful.
it for them one night. I just kind of made it up. I don't know, and they liked it that way, so I'm gonna try that.
See, everything's like that. It's just kind of a.
Yeah, I know, and it's amazing.
And
Yeah.
some type of desserts. I don't know.
So hear
maybe
this-
the
Hear this, loud people.
cream puffs. I don't know. Whatever you guys think for dessert.
Jump on this. You don't want to miss this. I don't know how they do it or whatever. However you're gonna send it.
We'll make a post about it, and then they can RSVP to me, so I have a count for food.
You'd be foolish not to get involved in this. Absolutely. This is going to be a thing. This is going to be cool.
And we're gonna be podcasting too. So maybe you were a podcaster, or maybe you were a guest, and
Yeah.
maybe you want to just come to this open house and come through the 27th hour and come talk with us.
Maybe you want to learn podcasting. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to. Maybe you want to learn. Maybe you want to. Just come on in, man. We'll talk to anybody. We'll help you
Yeah.
out.
It's like an art gallery here, anyways. So come check it out.
Don't be a creep though.
Yeah.
No creeping.
Don't
It's
be
all
standing
under
too close.
surveillance. It's all on surveillance, and we got security. We're okay.
Don't stand too close to my man Junior.
That's right. Like I'm strapped all the time. Full strapped all the time.
Don't be checking out my homegirl Erica. All right, follow me at Drerawka on Instagram, DRERAWKA, allrock.com. If you have trouble finding the podcast, which I don't understand why you would, but if you do, just go onto my website underneath the Friends of the Show tab, and you can find everything, the 27th hour, everything Highline Tattoo.
Guys, there's a lot of good info in these. I really love doing these with my heart. Please enjoy all this stuff. Keep following us. It's going to get really good. Things are getting hot, Drerawka.
Hell yeah, bro.
Everybody be good to everybody. Remember, what is it, honey? Do you know the saying?
Be good to everybody.
The most important
Thing
thing,
that you do with your life
the most important thing we do with our life.
is what?
Is what we do with our life.
Love you all.
She had to think too hard.
Thanks, bro.